The Orangestone Ranch has been growing with tradition since 2007. Born from two like-minded individuals, there are now over 150 operations making up the ranch's network across the great southern land of Australia. Containing a history of steady growth year on year, premiums written by the ranch this year passed $800 million for the first time. Just in the last 12 months, there's been a hell of a lot of operations jumping on board across the country. Let's take a look at who we've welcomed into the ranch since our last muster. Let's kick off with the Sunshine State, one of our greatest growth zones with 14 new AR operations. We also saw the opening of the business's first JV operation in Queensland. Heading to the top end, it's another first for the ranch, as it took its first steps into the territory via 2 ARs. The Wild West saw a couple of new partners join recently, remaining a key part of the ranch. The ranch's presence in the Dirty South continues to grow, with 2 more ARs joining the ranks this year. Cowboys and cowgirls aren't used to crossing water, and maybe that's why it's taken a while for the ranch to make tracks over the strait and into Tasmania. But we're here now. Welcome, Tassie. Then there's Victoria, where this ranch was born. The flagship state of this network saw 5 new joint venture partners, and another 11 ARs jumping into the saddle for the first time. Last but certainly not least, we arrive at New South Wales, which has seen more AR growth than any other state this year. With an incredible 16 new ARs joining, the ranch continues to go from strength to strength in the New South. Orangestone Ranch is now made up of 152 operations across Australia. It's been quite the ride over the last couple of decades, but the time is nigh for Generation 2 to jump in the saddle.
All right, boys. Now, as you know, we've been growing with tradition for a long time here at this ranch. But I think it's time we thought about the next generation. Now, as you know, Big Mike's over there in Montana checking out some new ranches. But I've spoken to him, and he thinks it is time to move on. So I'm thinking that we give those young couple a chance, those young couple of ranch hands we got, that Meg Long and that Nick McLardy. Now, I know he's my son, but I think they're ready. What do you boys reckon?
I agree. I've been here 18 years, and it's time for the next generation.
Well, I agree there with you, Don. I think it's time, and I've done 17 years, and I think I've fixed up every mistake that Kevin's made, and I don't think there's any more blunders out there or skeletons to mend. It's time.
Yeah, I think you're right, Don. I know nothing about insurance, but what I've learned, I don't think you guys do either. I think definitely time to bring the next generation along, bring the younger ones in.
All righty, well, it seems like we're agreed then. It's time to move on. I think what I'll do is I'll talk to that Meg and Nick right now. I'll call them in, and then I think we get them and their teams round for a big cook-up tonight. What do you reckon, boys?
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Here's to the future. All right, you two, we've made some executive decisions around the fire pit. We decided it's time for the new generation to take over. So Meg, we need you to take over the licensing of the ranch and the compliance and run all of our ARs. Our whole AR network is going to be under your control. And Nick, we need you to take over our equity ranches. We got a lot of equity ranches out there that need protected. That's going to be your job. Now, are you both ready to take that on?
Yeah, we're ready. What do you think, Nick?
Sounds good to me.
All right, you two, that's settled then. Now, what I want you to do now is go out to the ranch and get your best ranch hands to build your team with. And then tonight, I want you to bring them to the cook-up. All clear on that?
You're out there, old boy?
Thanks, son.
I think his time is definitely done.
Yeah, it's our time.
What do you think, Meg?
I reckon it's about time those old timers moved on.
Amen. I got a few good people in mind.
Yeah, I reckon we got some really great people in town. Let's go wrangle them up tonight for our muster.
Sounds good.
Cheers.
Well, this is two of our newest ranchers.
Yeah, from that rival ranch down the road.
Meet Cowboy Ben.
And one of my toughest gals, Janine. Hey, Nick, what about these long-standing wranglers over here?
I think I know what we'll get from these two.
Long-standing legends. Here they are. These two will whip our AR network into shape.
Hey, Brother Tim, you catching much?
Absolutely nothing.
That Tim's been running that Victory Ranch around 8 years now.
And boy, it just keeps growing.
Oh, and Meg, I've already filled in our newest ranch handler, Steve, over at iFinity. He's all over it.
Hey Nick, one thing we're really great at Orangestone is throwing a muster, hey?
We sure do love having fun.
And this cowgirl is one of the best, I reckon.
Well, if it isn't our head of branding.
He's been mighty busy with all those new cold pokes lately. Hey Nick, there's that suited up tight-ass finance guy again.
Let's hope he's put some pennies away for this big muster.
Lastly, Nick, I have a few other cowgirls in mind I think will be rounding up our teams just fine. First up on my side, along the trails I've come across a wrangler by the name of Vanessa Endicott, and I think she'll do a mighty job heading up our risk and compliance at this ranch, which is really important. I've got her nipped in the bud. Next up is Kate Rishworth. Now, folks round here already know her and hold her in high regard, and I reckon she'll be just the kind of grit and savvy your posse in compliance could use. And finally, and I believe you've come across her already, but I reckon that Sarah McLardy is the sharp addition needed to bring your squad together. Her bones Out of the oven now, thank God. But once she's back, rest assured she'll be the one that'll keep things running smooth around the ranch.
All right, it's a big night here at Orangestone Ranch. We're handing over the baton to the young folk. Now, at Orangestone, we know that we've grown with tradition. So our traditions are very important. It's great to see all you young folk here around the table. Now, what are our traditions? Well, our traditions are family first. Family is the most important thing that we have. So we're a family-based ranch. Now, we've got a lot of people around the table who are going to take this ranch into the future, but none more important than the two at the end there. Meg, Nick, you and your teams are all around our table. You got to respect our traditions. So our key traditions we're going to keep focusing on: family, community, and making money, so we know that we can provide for our families in the future. It's important you guys tonight, when you're getting your sleeping bags around the campfire, that you think about the future and where you guys can take this ranch. It's come from a great place. It's going to a great place. I know I can trust you all to do the right thing and get us there. Good luck.
Okay, Nick, on behalf of all these wranglers, we are truly blessed to have landed at Orangestone Ranch. We understand the gravity of what's being handed over, and we are very honored, aren't we?
And to all you wranglers, what a great opportunity we got. Thanks to Don and Mark heading up this ranch, but now it's on us. So cheers to Orangestone 2.0.
Cheers to Orangestone.
Cheers! Orangestone.
Cheers.
Good Lord, someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Daniels got a history. There's a party downtown near 5th Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
And that is how the story of the transition from Generation 1 to Generation 2 goes. But, having said all that, let's now welcome one of the original founders of the ranch, Don McLardy, to the stage for another welcome speech. We assure you, you won't have to hear from him too many more times, but here goes.